Hey guys, Archie Luxury. Now, you are on the Archie Luxury live stream. We're broadcasting Archie Luxury live stream and Archie Luxury channel. Day off yesterday, went to the countryside. Great times indeed. Yeah, what can I say? Great times. I'm hoping to catch up with Luxy very, very soon. What's going on the channel? Hey, we've had some great streams lately, great streams. What is the perfect collection for you? And what I mean by that is, what is it? What is it? I think, my own case, the madness that was COVID is long gone. Man, there is no more free money, low interest rates, and, just being stuck in a loom. But I think perfect collection is what's usable for you. What do you actually take out of the box and wear? And I got to tell you, I've gotta tell you, I got a bite on the white face Breguet. Might be selling that soon. Just, I think realistically, one dress watch, some sort of diver, a GMT, and a chronograph. So I might get rid of one of the chronographs as well. I love this baby here. But, that could be a one and done. I tell you what, that could seriously be a one and done, the Zenith. So beautiful. Let me send a few invites out. We've got Goldberg. He's always good. Tan Zeal. Let's see what Tan is saying. Who else have I got here? We've got, let me have a look who else I can. Oh, Clivers. I like a bit of negativity. Let's bring him on. Speaking of Tusa, I'd love to get Tusa on and talk Punky Brewster, but is that ever going to happen? Would Tusa just jump on for the sake of it and say, hey, okay, hey, Arch, let's chat? I'm not sure if it would happen. Tusa doesn't seem positive. Doc BBW, he's great. He's great. I like Aussie Expat. I like to talk to him about watches. He's got some great perspective. Starting retirement. He's starting the adventure of a lifetime. The adventure of a lifetime. It's it is an adventure of a lifetime. Who else have we got here? Let's have a look. Who else is here? Hoff doesn't come on anymore. I don't know what happened to Hoff. I really, I enjoyed him. He was a great guy, a lot of fun. But Kessler, he's another one. I love Kessler. I loved him to death. Yeah, it is what it is, Who else have we got there waiting in the background? That's probably the main ones. We've said them. I'd love to get Bear on. Love to see you one day. I just sent him a message here. Love to see you one day. Love to hear from you. It has been so long. I just tell him we must catch up. Okay, said that to Bear. Yeah, I'd just love to, you know, the funny thing is with Bear, a lot of these people, they are so involved for so long, like they become such an integral part of the stream, and then when they leave, they're gonski. You know, what went wrong there? First super chat, thank you, super chat from Hurricane. Thank you so much. Why did you boot Mental Jock, and who told you to hire him? Okay, so Mental Jock, he has just absolutely got no loyalty whatsoever. He sent me an invoice, I paid it promptly, and then I find out he wants to do his own channel. Just nasty shit. No loyalty whatsoever. After I took him back, gave him income, paid him, he just stabs you in the back and goes and does his own thing. I think Scotch Down Under sort of prodded him to do that, which I don't understand. Scotch Down Under. I think he's a bit. I never really understood the guy. I never understood Scotch. I don't understand. He kind of came on the scene a bit, but obviously they decided, hey, let's do this. We can do this. We can do. Yeah, okay, fair enough. They can do a lot of things. They don't need me anymore. They don't need their pontiff anymore. There's not much loyalty here. Loyalty is pretty lousy at times. Loyalty can be pretty lousy. Who asked me to hire him? I think it was Pavel or Poway. He came to me and said, look, Jock is desperate. Can you give him some work? And I said, sure, I can do that. That's what happened. So, yeah, that's exactly what happened there. Another super chat here. Howdy from Texas. $2 super sticker. Howdy, thank you for the super sticker. Let me have a look at this super sticker. We love. Let's have a look at this super sticky. Howdy from Texas. I love Texas. Texas, that was a great play. Oh, it's game over. Game over. Thank you, Howdy from Texas. Thank you so much. Great to hear from you. Oh, we've got HR out. Hey, HR.
Hi, Paul. Long-time fan, first-time panelist. How's it going, Paul?
Just hang on. I've just got a super chat from Timepiece Esquire. $5. Hey, fat boy. Glad to see you back to your usual down and out self. Hard to abuse you when you're surrounded with a panel of happy people. Looking fat. Thank you, Timepiece Esquire. $5. And we've got Hurricane, $5. Curly and I have agreed to do Dungeon collab. Meanwhile, you have given Jock the wide berth. Why so? Well, he started doing his own shit.
Yeah, but come on, Jock is an asset to the streams, big boy. What do you make of that, Paul?
Jock is a pain in the ass. He's been one piece of trouble after another. Fuck, everything is a disaster with Jock. Disaster.
Okay, babe. Okay, babe.
You know, actually, I must confess one thing. I am actually part of me is slightly relieved that at least it's the end of that guy. At least he's gone. I don't have to put up with his shit, his drama, always endless
Paul.
complaining.
What do you mean? Listen, Paul.
Endless complaining for low dollars. I mean, bang per buck. It was a lot of whinge for the steak. Okay, it was a lot of whinge for the sizzle. Let me say
Don't
that to you.
muzzle
Like,
me.
you have
Don't muzzle
people,
me.
just stop interrupting me. You have people who you get on and they bring in the money, and you know you get the little question, little this and that. Okay. With Jock, it was just one big fucking pain in the ass, and payday was always small money. The
Why do you
return
keep
on
backstaging me,
investment
Paul?
for him, because you keep fucking talking when I want to make a point.
All
Okay,
right, make
so
your point and tell me when you finished.
I like the way you reverse the power play here. We've got another super chat here. Here we go. We've got a super chat here. Matt, $5. My friend Tristan sold his Rolex Milgauss to fund his blackjack addiction, then bought a shitter Boulevard. Please scound him. Well, that's just gambling. That's gambling. That's gambling.
That's gambling.
Gambling takes a lot. Some people think they can beat the house. Other people then understand why the house is so big and bold. It's because people keep losing. The majority of people keep losing. We got Haratan, $2. You hear Uzi bought a Daytona and the service fee is 3,000. I heard nothing from Uzi. That guy,
I've
he's
got to be
also,
honest. Uzi's collection is amazing, Paul. Have you seen it? It keeps me up at night thinking about it.
I got to be honest with you, Uzi's just one of these guys who's just nasty. He's come back a few times. Besides the racist slurs, how do you find
Don't
the
worry
racist?
about that.
Being a man of color yourself, JR, how do you
Yeah,
find those racist slurs? Do you find it offensive?
I find it quite funny. You know why? Because I've got a sense of humour. What do you make of that, Paul? Great vid, Arch. Nice one, Arch.
Well, I do, but I think it's still not very funny. As a man of color, are you offended by
Yeah.
such remarks?
No, I don't care. I say the M word when I'm listening to 50 Cent in the car. Yes. It's all good, Paul. What do you make of that, Paul? Great vid, Arch. Nice one, Paul.
I just find it
I'm
very offensive. I don't like offensiveness like that.
No, don't be like that. Come on, Paul. Work with me, not against me, big boy. Nice vid. I'll see you in the next one, fuckeroonies. What do you think, Paul?
So what's happening with you? What's happening with talk to us? What's going on in your
So I've just come back from Swindon today on a work trip, and tomorrow and the next day I'm in London, and I'm going to be staying in the Hilton,
you
and
work for
I'm
the
going to be staying.
police?
No, I don't. Anyway, and I'll be
Big
staying in
academy
the.
student,
I'll
don't
be staying. No.
Big
Wait. I'll be
academy
staying in
student.
the. I'll be staying in the London Hilton Metropole. So if any of you fuckers want to meet up, drop me a message and I'll flash you my bluesy. What do you make of that, Paul? Great vid, Arch. Nice one, Paul. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. I'm Archie Luxury on the Archie Luxury Show. What do you make of that, Paul?
Hey, that's the way to go.
That's 100% there, bud.
Salt. Do you like salt?
Do I like salt? Well, I mean, I don't eat it on its own. I've got to be honest. I've got to have it with food. What do you make of that, Paul?
Hey, way to go.
So, Paul, let me ask you a question. So, when Mark Goldberg, the log drainer, comes on, why do you always boot me? I thought I was a valid panelist. What do you think,
Oh
Paul?
no, I never boot you. I thought you were dropping off yourself because you're scared of him.
Well, in that case, it's that cuckold dog trainer that keeps booting me. What I'm gonna have to take this further, Paul. I'm gonna put an official complaint into the horn
Dog
sucker.
trainers is such a great guy. He's a lovely guy.
Well, I'm not
You
sure.
know, I
I'm not
get
sure
a
about
lot
that,
out of
Paul.
running these shows, chatting to you, seeing how things go.
That's 100% there, bud. So let me ask you a question. When's Lux going to be fired? What do you think, Paul? Okay, I'll try again.
Um,
Let me ask you a question, Paul. When do you think Lux is going to be fired?
See, we don't really do much firing here.
Why not?
They've kind
I
of
can
left
help
by
you.
the time they're fired. I just say, don't come back and take the keys away.
I see. I, I see. Oh, hold on, Paul. You've got a super chat there, big boy. Can you put it up? Can you put it up?
We've got a super chat from the franchise club, $10. $10. Hey, boo! Loyalty is a two-way street. Oh, we've got here. We've got, oh my God, we've got ABC. We've got royalty joining us. Hello, ABC.
Hi, ABC. Hello, ABC. What do you make of that, ABC? Great vid, ABC. Nice one, ABC.
ABC.
Hold on.
ABC.
Let me try something. This will probably work. There we go. I bet his mic will probably work now. What do you make of that, ABC?
Hello?
Archie, he's probably doing too much smart whip in Birmingham. What do you make of that, Paul?
We got, hey, boo, loyalty is a two-way street. How were the two Pizza Hut Chinese pizza snacks last night? That was old school mukbanging. You're still a pro eater. That's from the franchise club. Hello, ABC.
Hello,
Hi,
Archie.
ABC.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you. How you going?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How is Birmingham?
It's okay. It's okay. We're still having the odd bin collection problems. Our garbage doesn't always get collected as regularly as it used to, but
Hey,
it's
ABC. Let me
getting
ask you
there.
a question. Let me ask you a
Please,
question. Let me ask you a
please.
question. Have you ever done a smart whip on Lady Pool Road in an RS3 Cosy?
We got
You
two
ever done
people
that?
joining us. Hey, Dirk.
Hey, Dirk,
Hey,
you
what's up?
changed.
What's up, Archie?
Hey,
Hello,
what's going
ABC.
on, Dirk? Talk to
Hey,
me.
Doug, what do you think of that? See you in the next one.
I'm
What do you
Archie
think of that,
Luxury.
fucker?
Hey, I can't stay here. How you doing, ABC? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hey, I have a quick question for you, Arch. Well, two quick questions. Do you like money?
Sure.
Okay. Well, why do you like ruin your
Revenue
extra
streams?
revenue streams?
Hyman? Oh, right. Sorry.
By what? By what exactly have I done wrong?
Well, I mean, within 48 hours, you pretty much lost two of the guys that were doing streams for you on a consistent basis.
Who's that? Who's that? Who have I
Nice one,
lost?
Arch.
Jock
Nice
and
one, Arch.
Bateman.
I haven't. Bateman just said he needed a break. He hasn't told me he's left.
Great vid,
Okay.
Arch. Nice play.
All right. Here's my other question. Then I'll leave you alone.
As
But
for
I just
Jock, Jock was nothing but fucking hassle from day one. There's the saying, is it worth the squeeze? Is the juice worth the squeeze? With Jock, it was constant complaining. He wanted me to do this, do that, do this, do this, do this. And
Okay,
at the
babe.
end of the day, the
Do
amount of
what?
money he brought in was so it was just so much hassle for so little reward. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
But why
I
do you see it
see.
as betrayal if someone decides to go it alone? Why is it disloyalty?
Well, it's very disloyal when he sends his check in there, pretends nothing's wrong to get paid, and then immediately after I pay it, by the way, at JR, if you keep putting horrible pictures up, you will be removed. Okay, so you change your avatar, or else you're out of here, mate.
Yeah, Jr.
Come on, Paul. Don't be like
Uh,
that. Don't be like that, Paul.
say
Come
this
on.
to
Come
you.
on.
Let me say this to you. It wasn't worth the squeeze with Mental Jock. It's always a disaster. I mean, the guy is just a fucking disaster.
But how? How's he a disaster? He does.
I want to do my own thing. I'm going to be
Okay.
doing a few shows here and there. He doesn't. He just sends in an invoice. He doesn't tell me anything, and he thinks that it'd be perfectly. Again, JR, any rude pictures, I'm just going to put you in the back room.
I can't see any rude pictures, by the way.
Well, I
What
can,
rude pictures?
ABC.
What
I'm the
rude
one in
pictures?
charge
What
of
rude
the
pictures?
censoring.
What
The
rude
thing is
pictures?
this. He's just so much hassle. You know what? Just fuck off. Leave me alone. Don't come back here. Just leave me alone.
No, but a serious question, right? You say you're a free market capitalist. What's wrong with people wanting to go it alone and try it out for themselves and go their own way?
There's nothing
say
wrong
you're-
with that. But the thing is, there's no loyalty for what I've given him. There's absolutely
he's
no
stealing
Well,
loyalty shown
fucking
to
leads.
me.
you gave him a job, and he did the job, and you paid him.
He did it. He
That's
did a
what.
lousy job. He
Okay,
complained all the
well, then
time.
fire him. Then fire him. But he did it. There's no loyalty within employer and employee in 2026, right, HR?
See you in the next one.
Yeah. So here's my other quick question. Just a real quick question, then I'll leave you alone.
Another super
But
chat. Let me grab another
go
super
ahead.
chat.
Go ahead.
Hurricane, $2. Now that Uzi has dumped Watch Nick, do you forget? No, I don't. I'm sick of him. The guy said racist things, and that's enough. I had enough. He just always trouble, always just fuck off. He's another one. Just too much hassle. It's not worth
Yeah,
the
Uzi
juice
has to be
isn't worth
coddled.
the
He has to be
squeeze.
coddled a lot. But I think he's
Hurricane,
looking.
$2. Who micromanaged you more, Jock or Roland's girlfriend?
That's a good question.
And we got Hurricane, $2. Do you give Jock approval to advertise his show? No, I don't. No, I don't. He's advertising in the comments. What a fucking low fucking act. Just a low act. Takes everything I give him and just no appreciation. Just fuck off.
My other quick question for you, Archie, and this is a legit question. You always hold other people accountable if they're at fault, right? Like with the dungeon, it's always something with Jock or Bateman or like anybody, right? Whoever did it, Curly, I don't know, well, whatever, Curly. But how come there's never any accountability with Lux? Because everything I see revolves around his name. You
Lux
never
just
hold
tries to
you.
keep the
You
channel
never
from getting
hold him
banned.
accountable.
His job is to keep an eye on it to stop it getting banned. Okay.
Oh,
You do certain things and the channels will get pulled. Okay. Where's ABC gone? Where's he gone now?
I don't know. But yeah, I just always see where there's smoke, there's fire, and it's usually around Lux and his name. You know. By the way, I do not consent to any recordings of my voice or likeness. We have laws here in California.
Of course. It's
Thank you.
Dirk Diggler, I love chatting to you, man. You've always made me smile.
Thank you. I like chatting with you too, but I don't have much time. That's why I come in here. I just hit and run, like when I do, and I don't come in a lot. If you come in a lot, you're gonna end up looking like Mark Goldberg or Mike, or Mike the Snake, right? So you gotta limit your times on, right? Otherwise, you just be like, no big deal. But anyways,
with Bateman, I thought we had a good relationship with Bateman. I recently paid him. He said he wanted a bit of time off. I said, that's okay, man. Have a bit of time off. And he's welcome back anytime. I never heard of any problem with Bateman.
Yeah, I was on that stream. I was on Bateman's last stream. His last stream. I was on there.
I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is this. The audience is full of trolls, okay?
Yes.
And the problem is to make any money, as Jock has found, just running a show does not bring money in. You have to do controversial things. You've got to have a bit of a fight. You know what? Eventually you get sick of the hassle. That's the problem.
I gotcha.
We got a super chat here. Muritan, $2. Why does everyone springboard off your show? Hey, that's they think they can make big bucks themselves. That's the reason. And I gotta say, there's some really. I don't understand what happened with Suckerhorn and Bateman, but I mean, sometimes these people, they give their own information out, then they blame other people for doxing them or saying things. I don't think Lux and Suckerhorn have spoken in ages. So they blame this, blame that. I don't know. I don't know.
Look. All I know is it just seems too coincidental, right? Like, Jock gets let go, and then 48 hours you have issues with Bateman, and then
with Jock only got let go after he started doing his own stuff. I
Yeah.
never. I mean, what?
I mean, I think the whole thing with Jock, the reason why it happened was because they had watched
Jock's a
Nick
pain
got.
in the ass. You know that Jock is lazy.
He's no, he's not lazy. He's not lazy, but he is like he does have demands, right? Especially when he has
He's
a few
high. I
drams
can
in him,
see
but he's
why.
not lazy.
One thing about Timmy is Timmy was exactly right to give Jock the ass. That's
Uh,
where that's where
I don't.
Jock came from. You know, Timmy fired him. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, well, Tim's show's not doing too good right now. That chat runs slower than Doc's report.
Is it that bad now?
Oh, it's horrible. I mean, actually, he's got one guy on there. He's actually pretty funny. The guy's name's Tim G, but he's always wasted all the time. But he's actually entertaining. But I mean, he's very thin skinned. So like anybody that says anything to him, they're automatically banned. But Tim's chat runs real slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look,
Is
buddy,
he
I gotta
getting
go.
out
I
of
gotta
still,
go.
or what's he doing?
What's
He
that?
started. He was working less days. Is he still? Is he doing dailies? I don't even know what he's doing anymore.
He was on today. I mean, he's on. Yeah, he's on today. But they're talking about the new AP chronograph, which looked pretty cool. But yeah, man. But his chat, everybody's gone out of his chat. There's like 5 people that talk in his chat, so that tells you a lot, right? So, anyways, all right, buddy. Have a good day, all right, man. And think about
Hey,
what I say. If you're gonna hold Jock and Bateman and other people accountable, you gotta hold the other guy accountable too, right? Like if my manager has problems with all my employees, I have to look back as an owner of a company and say, it can't all be my employees' problems. It can't be all my employees' issues. Maybe my manager has a problem. I'm just saying. Think about it. Okay, buddy. See you later.
hey, Durkee, Diggler, the Stigler. We enjoy your commentary there. Come on, guys, jump on and tell me what's wrong. Jump on and tell me what is wrong here. Tell me what you think is the problem. Deal done. See you, boys. What deal? What deal's done? I don't even know. All I know is I pay these guys. They put an invoice in. I pay them promptly. That's it. Thanks, Forbin. Forbin always gives me negative advice there. Arch is Coke and everyone else is Pepsi. No, franchise club, nobody cares. Let's have a look here. What's going on? Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what else is happening here. We got a super chat. Got some super chats here. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Let's catch up where I was. Why does everybody? They do. That's what they do. We got a super chat here. Hurricane, $2. Who most likely to succeed on their own, Jock or Bateman? Is Bateman on his own? Tell me this isn't so. Tell me. Tell me this isn't so. Oh, we got a Zeppy member chat. Member for 35 months. Jock and Bateman make you dollars. Bottom line, Fatso. Thank you. Thank you. Who else is running a show? Who else? Who else is running a show? Just having a look here. Who else? Mama, who is doing it, man? Let's have a look. Just trying to see who's running some shows there. No, nothing's going. That's it. There we go. That's it. There we go, guys. That's how it goes. Who's most likely to see Jock or Bateman? Man, these are difficult. I just give them an environment. I mean, maybe I know nothing of any of these dramas. I'm going to send an invite. Let's send an invite to Bateman. I didn't even know there's any trouble. Or last thing I know is I just sent him money. I sent him money. I just sent an invite. If you're watching the stream, Bateman, jump on and tell me what the problem is. I never heard nothing. This is the first I'm hearing of it. The first I'm hearing. All I know is from your I got no feedback, Bateman. No feedback. Here we go. Hurricane $5. Bateman got rather upset with me because I mentioned that the Suckerhorn is a fine chap. I'm sure you feel the same way about Fuckerhorn. No, Fuckerhorn's a great guy. He's my friend. Yeah, we've been friends for years. We did the first stream I ever did, I think, was with Fuckerhorn. And there was no super chats then. It was just, it was a new thing that YouTube was doing. That's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, that's exactly it. So I know nothing of this thing here. Who else is there? Just having a check, reading the chats there. Let's have a look what's happening. So I know nothing of these disputes or arguments. I thought everybody was happy. I never heard some of these people. Friend is a word that gets abused drastically, kind of like love and legend. That's Dirk Diggler. Diggler the Stigler. When is the last time your friend sent a super chat? So, guys, that's it. What do you think? What's going on there? What are they saying? Jump on and tell me. I know nothing of this. I've been out exploring. I know nothing of these internal problems that have apparently come up. Jock, I know Jock's a pain in the ass, but as for Bateman, I thought Bateman was cool. I'll send him a message now. Let's have a look. I thought everything was cool. Interestingly, I seem to have been blocked by Bateman. Fuck! He's blocked me in WhatsApp. Fuck! Same as Mental Jock. They're both blocked. Gone! I suppose that's how he surrendered his keys? I don't know what the hell's going on with these guys. What happens with these people? They are very touchy fellas. Oh, Bateman doesn't have keys. We've got Lux, Tan, Doc, Easy, and Goldberg. Oh, they don't have keys. Fuck. What happened? What happened to Bateman? I don't know what happened there. Jesus, silly. I just try and run this business. And it's kind of strange. It's kind of strange. Yeah, it is kind of strange. All I try and do is run the show, keep it going. That's it. That's all it is. I run the show, keep it going. These guys have hissy fits. I don't know what's happened. Bateman, apparently, I mean, I always paid him. Invoice in, payment came out. I always, Hurricane, $5. To sum it up, they are mad you kept letting Lux mess with your shows. Jock, Bateman, Dirk Diggler, Tommy, Irix Guy, and Scotchy are fed up with the Lux. Well, hang on a minute there. It's Jock, Bateman, Dirk Diggler. Dirk Diggler never run a show. He just comes on here. Tommy's never run shows. Irix Guy's got his own channel. Hey, you're a retard. This is madness. And Scotchy, he's never been my friend. Scotchy's never been my friend. He's always been a bit funny. He's always been a bit funny there. He's never really been what you'd call a friend. I mean, we've been acquaintances. Acquaintance is kind of the top billing you would say there. Acquaintances. It's yeah, it's kind of it's kind of a bit strange there, but hey, we try our best. That's all we can do, is try our best. That's what we try on this program, is try our best. I mean, hey, Lux just tries and keeps the show from being banned. That's basically it. To sum it up, they are mad you keep letting Luxy. Well, Luxy just make sure nothing silly happens. That's all. Because how many of these other channels have been banned? How many of them have come down? That's the problem. You're just keeping a safeguard on it. But hey, if they don't want to do streams, that's okay. They don't have to. No one's forcing them to do streams if they don't like it. Bateman, I am disappointed with Bateman. I must say. I'm disappointed that he blocks me. Am I blocked? I seem to be blocked because it doesn't have his graphic anymore. How can I tell if I am blocked on WhatsApp? To tell if you're blocked on WhatsApp, look for the key indicators. You cannot see the contacts last seen or online status. Their profile photo does not update or disappears. Ah, okay. Okay, that sounds it, doesn't it? Additionally, calls will not connect and you cannot add them to a chat group. Message sent to a contact who has blocked you will only ever show one grey check mark. Message sent, never the second check mark delivered. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think I am blocked. Fuck, why's he blocked me? I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends. I don't understand that. I thought we were friends. Fuck me dead. Blocked by Bateman. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Okay, Hurritan, $5. Uzi offered Bateman 2,000 a week, New Zealand. Oh, we got Aussie expats coming on. Aussie, the business is collapsing, Aussie. Hurritan. Yeah, I can hear you. Just let me read this super chat. Aussie offered Bateman 2,000 a week, New Zealand, and Bateman is seriously considering it now that you've let Lux run amok. Okay, thank you. That's all good. And SD43, $2. You took $100 off Mad Men to sort this crap already. I did. I thought it was all fine. I'm on holidays, and the people come to me and say this has happened, that's happened. I never heard of nothing. Aussie, what are you up to? Enjoying retirement life?
Yeah, just spending some time in the park. Weather's fantastic right now. Low 20s, not a cloud in the sky.
Just nice. You wear a little jumper. That's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah, just a fleece. Nothing. I could do without it too. The sun's pretty good, but I'm in the shade here. Keeping cool.
Tell me this: what's the biggest shock in retirement? Now that you're retired, what's the biggest shock to come to you?
You can't do everything. You can't do everything, even though you've given up like the 9 to 5, and you think that's what ruins all of your days and all of your time. You can, you think about, oh, if I didn't have work, I could do so much. The reality is that you still can only do so much. Yeah.
Okay.
It's too easy to bite off more than you can chew. You think, oh, I'll volunteer for this, I'll do that, or I'll be the coach to my son's, soccer team, blah blah blah. There's really only so much you can do still. So knowing your limits.
Do people
especially when you're not good at these things. Yeah, especially when you're not good at these things. In my career, 9 to 5, I was good at that. All this other stuff, I'm not that good.
Yeah, 9 to 5. Have you seen the new AP that came out? Because you were going to get an AP, weren't you?
Still hopefully getting one. Yeah, I think that open work perpetual calendar looked pretty good.
Watermars PGA Royal Oak open work jumbo.
Yeah, and then they did that square watch as well. So they're moving and shaking. It's kind of cool. I mean, a lot more than Patek. A lot more than anyone, really. I mean, that's a lot of stuff that they do. A lot of horologic. New chrono as well. New chrono movement this year. Much needed because the current generation stuff sucks.
No, it's you must say it's definitely a tough market. I mean, can they get sales when the rest of the industry is having a horrid? It's very tough out there. So that's the question.
Well, didn't they overtake Patek like 2 years ago, and they sort of extended the lead in the last year?
I think ultimately, sorry, not with you.
Revenue, like they're number 3, while Patek has slipped down to number 4, and that gap seems to be extending. I think they just got to keep doing what they're doing. Their prices are a little crazy, but if they've curated enough clients that just want crazy open work shit that they're willing to pay multiple 6 figures for, I think they'll be doing okay. It seems like they're taking a little less focus off the 1159, although unfortunately this year I think they've got some sort of anniversary for the offshore, so there's going to be a lot more offshore stuff. But you know, I think they're doing pretty well. They're trying their best to make the one watch they've got, you know, be a collector's piece. You know, like, oh, I got to get one like this. I got to get a gold one. I got to get a steel one. I got to get a ceramic one. They're doing okay.
Because they kind of had the spot before Richard Mille sort of took over their spot, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, Richard Mille is so low volume that ultimately it's not it's not going to affect AP, right? You know what I mean? Like,
No.
it's not going to affect them. And even in that price point, like someone's willing to pay for a Richard Mille.
Ozzy, do you want to get an AP?
It's relative. I think Daytonas in all shapes and forms are better than Royal Oaks. Certainly not if you want something like a perpetual calendar or something like that. But if you're just talking about time-only pieces, APs seem to be overpriced and overrated. That being said, if you've already got enough Daytonas, maybe it's time to get a Royal Oak as well. Wouldn't be my first choice. Wouldn't be my first choice. But I know there's people who's like only APs.
Yeah, no, AP is a very, very strong brand.
Yeah.
Are they collectible, Bud? Do you think they're collectible APs? I suppose anything is collectible, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think to be collectible, you just got to have enough variety that someone could be enthusiastic about owning more than one. You know, so they definitely do that. Like, there's a lot of Royal Oaks that are very different. I mean, a jumbo versus a regular 41 millimeter versus their open work stuff and all the different complications. That there's enough differences there to certainly more differences than some of the watches I've got. Like, I've got two GMT Master 2s. There's no real call for that. I mean, that's just a different bezel. So they're doing well. I mean, and also you can it's okay to go to AP and just say you only like the Royal Oak. They've got a lot of Royal Oaks to sell you. But at Patek,
sort of a one-trick pony, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's sort of like Patek though. Like, if you like the Nautilus, there's not many watches they can sell you. Yeah. But if you just like Royal Oak, you can get a lot of Royal Oaks. But you can't collect Nautiluses in the same way. There's just not many models. And they're all kind of the same, and there is one best one.
They have the standard Aquanaut or Nautilus. They have the annual calendar. They got a perpetual. They've got all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. But like, one is clearly the best. You know, the time only, and an Aquanaut is, you know, that's an Aquanaut. So
no, they've got the chronograph version in the two-tone. That's a big.
I think the problem with the Nautilus is that everything with the complications is just too big. Like clearly, like, the best version is the time only ones, and ideally the 5711, which they don't even sell anymore.
Perpetual.
Is that what reference is that? I know that they do, but what's the model number?
Well, you mean in the Nautilus?
Yeah.
Let me. I have to check that. The annual is the 5726.
Oh, okay. I used to like the 5712, but they got rid of that too. So it's like, okay, they got rid of the 57.
Calendar, okay, 5740.
Yeah.
And 5726 is the annual calendar. They're pretty fucking amazing in their own right. I
haven't looked at those too much. I mean, for the most part, I've contrasted between usually the 5711 or a 5990, and the 5990 is huge. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, you can't go to Patek and start saying, I want a 57. Sorry?
They use those movements all out the range. You know, I don't know if you realize this. The movement is actually used throughout the entire range. There's like a BMW with a B58 or a B48 engine. They use that engine in the entire range. It's not just to one model.
Yeah.
But
Just
tell
like
me
the
this.
Cubitus, right? They put the circular movements in the square watch.
We got a super chat from JD. Sorry, super chat from MT85, $2. What's the backup plan by BTC keeps tanking? Bitcoin keeps tanking. This is for you, I think.
Keep buying. I mean, it's a good price. It was better. It was good at 100. It's better at 75. I gotta jump. I gotta get my son to swimming class, but I might jump back on a little later.
Thank you so much for coming on. See you later. Bye-bye. There we go. Our ever Aussie expat. Aussie expat. I think he says don't panic. It'll come back. Crypto millionaire. There we go. That's the name of it. What's going on in the chat? What's happening, guys? Tell me what is happening here. 2026 year of bad timing, franchise club. Being unwanted is a turn on for cucks, I've heard. Send me the link to what's happening here. Curly's cool. Link for Jock. I don't understand. The link is pinned, I think. Isn't the link pinned? I thought the link is pinned, no? Link is pinned. What can we say today? Let's have a look here. Yeah, link is pinned. In response, we've got a poll running. In response to HR, what should Paul actually think of that? I see. I understand. Ha 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 ha. Jock wants to jump on to set it straight. Jump on. It is tough. It is all very tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. These things are difficult. They are hard, okay? The business is tough. Of course it's tough. Of course it's tough. What's the backup? Okay, so SD43, you took $100 off Madmen I thought it was sorted out. I wake up. I don't live on the streams 24/7. I'm in a different time zone, and that's it. That's it. That's for sure. That's exactly it. Wow, look at that. An hour into the show, and already we're struggling for guests. Aussie expats on again. Hey, Aussie, what's going on?
Good. Yeah, I just I've got like maybe half an hour.
Hey, Aussie, Bitcoin, you're not worried?
No. Did they lose their CEO or something? Is there problem with the warehouse? Is the warehouse caught fire, or the what else has gone wrong? Oh, there's a competitor that has taken market share, or there's a something wrong with their books. The debt that they carried on the books and their sales is phony. The sales pipeline's dead. The business is kaput. I don't think so. There's no risk in Bitcoin. That's the beauty of it.
Did you hear about Tesla is moving away? They dropped the Model S and the Model X.
Yeah. Yeah, I
They
mean, I talked to my friends about that. That's a funny one. Obviously, it represents like 3% of their business, but I mean, while it means that the announcement makes sense, it doesn't make sense as a car company anymore. Like literally 2 models, and that like they don't even have an SUV, unless you count the Cybertruck, which has been an amazing disaster. So
why has it been such a big disaster?
well, they were hoping to beat the F-150 in terms of sales, so they were projecting 6-figure and scaled for 6 figures of sales per year and growing. And it looks like they're going to sell less than 9,000 a year, which, to put in perspective, is less than the number of Commodores that were being sold in Australia every year when they discontinued the Commodore. So, and there's far more unique engineering aspects to the Cybertruck than there were in the Commodore when that was discontinued.
It was a front-wheel drive Commodore. That wasn't a Commodore.
There was the last generation front-wheel drive.
It was an Opel. It was just.
Wow, I'm not surprised then. So yeah, I mean F-150. Ford already discontinued the F-150 Lightning, and the F-150 Lightning was more successful than the Cybertruck. So you can that whole. But I mean, it's just kind of crazy.
Horrendous resale value.
Yes, yeah, they're bad. But I mean, they're not bad if it was actually being sold at the original price. Like if you recall, the Cybertruck was supposed to come in at you were supposed to be able to buy one if a number starting with 3, like 37,000 or something like that. And then they came out and they were starting at 120. So it's not surprising that the secondary market says it's not worth that much. Right. But there's a lot in Las Vegas.
Black Cat 997, $10 for Bateman to come back. We all know this will happen. Still buying $100 per month for Bitcoin.
Good for you, Black Cat. 100's a bit low, but as long as you're willing to hold it, it's a good thing.
No, that's his budget. His budget still buying $100 per month. He may not be able to afford anymore.
It's up. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm not going to criticize, but I mean, the even my most hopeful projections would put Bitcoin at 10 million each. In a lifetime from now, but if you're putting in 100, you'll end up with like 10,000. 100,000 after a year of investment.
I think
it could still work out pretty well.
Aussie expat are absolutely fucking ridiculous. The returns that you're hoping for defy mathematics and physics. Do you understand that?
That's not true. I mean, if you look at how rare Bitcoin is compared to, say, gold or anything else on this world, it's pretty easy to end up with a calculation that involves a market cap in the hundreds of trillions. But all value is intangible. Ultimately, what is real is actual scarcity. Like, I mean, you don't have to value gold in any particular way, or platinum, or Bitcoin. But there's only 2 things that is actually scarce in this world. It's human attention and labor, and Bitcoin. Nothing else is actually scarce.
Okay. I must admit, that vehicle you got, I've seen them in China. They're pretty cool.
Well, I mean, they're big. That's for sure. on the
Have you
inside.
seen
You
the
know,
Alpad? The Alpad? The van, the Alpad?
Alpad, I think, or Alpard,
What is that
Alpard.
exactly? That's a luxury van?
Yeah, that's more based on the Tarago though. But it is like full on luxury. You know, huge captain chairs, 41-inch screen, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I would love. I wish Lexus made a minivan. You know, it probably wouldn't be Alpard in
Lexus
setup
in
because
Australia does have a minivan. Did you know that?
no way. Really? Okay, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to look up the Lexus Australia website. That's awesome. Because there's no actual luxury segment for the minivan. Like in America, you can get a lot of truck
It's called the
SUVs.
Lexus LM. It's $163,000.
Oh wow, wow! Where's my laptop? I'll have to take a look at it later. That's awesome.
And by the way,
That would be
Dubsy,
pretty
keep
cool.
trying to come on. Just fuck off, Dubsy. You're the last cunt on earth I'd ever want on my stream.
How much longer in Shenzhen, Arch?
Not much longer actually.
Yeah.
Have a look at this. This is the
LM.
This is the van. Look at it.
Oh wow. That really looks like the Alpard, but
Very popular.
I'm sure it's configured better because the Alpard is more quote unquote executive transport.
That's it there. There you go. That's what it looks like.
Cool. That's very, very reminiscent of the Alpard, but it's got all the Lexus styling. Interesting. I might be jealous. I might be jealous. That being said, low riding, low profile isn't that useful to me.
What do you reckon? Would you get one?
Not with that body kit. That's the main thing. It's like it's very low profile, sleek, but I need something that can go on, you know, trails and unpaved roads, that sort of stuff.
They got two versions. There's a 2.5 litre hybrid.
Is that a
and
V6?
Then there's the
2.5 liter.
I think that's the 4
Oh, okay.
hybrid.
Decent displacement for a 4-cylinder. I think hybrid's the way to go.
And there's
I wish mine was hybrid.
Or not, is more expensive, but it produces 273 kilowatts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mileage on mine is pretty bad. It's a very heavy vehicle and it's got a pretty powerful V6, and it chews through the brakes and tires like nothing else. I'll go through a set of brakes and tires. Tires after 30,000, brakes after 40. So it's pretty
Kilometers
hungry.
or miles?
Miles. But
that's not bad. What are you thinking about?
Well, I'm just gauging it based on the warranty on the tires. Like the tire warranty is 60,000, so I'll probably get half of my money back once I've chewed up through the tires. Because the tires are warranted for 60,000, but they get chewed up by 30.
We've got a few super chats coming in here. Thank you so much. We've got one here. Mr. XV11, what's that? X10, 5, Mr. 17, $5. MicroStrategy has 56 million in Bitcoin now underwater. They bought with debt and stock insurance while Slayer cashed out. When they sell, it is done.
Yes. the details are that a lot of that fixed income products that they've been selling, those will take a very long time to wind out, basically. A very, very long time. So this isn't going to be like some catastrophe that happens. It's like, oh, MicroStrategy liquidated. The order of things, it'll take years for them to unwind. It wouldn't be all in one go. But yeah, it's definitely a headwind. If you see it happen, it could be a good time to buy. Yeah.
Angelic $2. Is T-Dub coming on? No, I never let that guy on. He's just an asshole. T-Dubs is just, you know, a troll, nasty, vicious troll. No, definitely not. Black Cat 997, $5. Laugh out loud. My friend and I am still working on being a millionaire. Pretty close. Laugh out loud. My friend and I still working on becoming a millionaire. Pretty close. You have figured that out. $100 is big. If you have figured that out, $100 is big. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you, Black Cat. I mean, your focus has from every super chat you've thrown in has been about investing. So, you know, ultimately, as long as you're doing that, as long as you're not involved in some, you know, straight up scam, I think you're going to do very well. It almost doesn't matter what investment you pick.
Hello.
They're all going to have similar alpha. So
Hey, Terry,
good luck,
what's going on
basically.
with you?
Oh, not
Thanks.
much. How are you guys doing?
Hey, not too
Doing
bad.
well.
Where are you now? In England or in America?
No, I'm still in America. I wonder.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So it's interesting you brought up the fact about cars, because here's the thing. What most people do not know globally is guess who sells the most vehicles globally? It wouldn't be who you ever suspect or know, okay? It's not Tesla. It's not Mercedes, BMW.
Toyota.
Toyota and Honda produce and make and sell the most vehicles globally.
No, of course they do.
And so the thing of it is, because when the Camry, like in the mid-90s, came out, okay, there were 14 variations of the Camry you could not get in North America or Canada. So it was under a different title name for the model. Now, the wagon came over to America in 94, and the entire American population went crazy over it. They wanted one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's because it was like a special car. Like the Americans, they like station wagons or wagons. So, of course, in Europe, we call them an estate, and they wanted one. Like they really wanted one. So Toyota stole the market.
Yeah, but the SUV's kind of taken over that market now.
Yes, it has. But I did hear somebody say in 2027 they're talking about in works of design of bringing back a Camry wagon after all these years. But they'll be built in America to create American jobs.
I mean, Toyota can do a lot. I mean, they've got a lot of cars, and a lot of those cars are popular. And it's just in contrast to Tesla with two models. They do, you know, reasonably well with those two models. But to cover all the bases, Toyota has a lot of cars. I mean, if you just look at their SUV lineup, it's huge. They have a lot of cars. And estate would obviously overlap with...
Angelic wants a deal, but 70-30 his way. Sorry, it's 50-50. I don't do any more or less than that. That's the deal.
Yeah, Camry wagon
when
would...
the first Camry came out? Do you remember? It came out, I think, in 1985. It was a liftback. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a popular car.
My first attention to the Camry was with like the 1994 wide body.
Yeah.
That was such a popular car.
The Camry, the thing about the Camry that made it such an amazing car is not design, it's the fact that the bloody thing lasted. Unlike American...
If you got one of the ones
or European cars,
if it was Japanese, it was the best one to have. Like the engine and transmission, nothing could beat it. Like it would go over 500,000 miles with no problem. no problem. And like
100%.
they, you know, the ones on the Japanese spec are the best.
My mum's Camry was ruined by a shithead mechanic. It was a 94. It was like going on 13 years or something, still going strong. And I came home to spend time with my mum, and we went to Torquay, you know, along the Great Ocean Road, so a bit of a road trip. So she took the car to a mechanic, and she said, "Can you make sure things are good, quote unquote?" You know, she doesn't know much about cars, but she's doing the responsible thing before going on a road trip. You know, can you make sure things are good? He goes, "Oh yeah, there looked like there was a coolant hose that looked like it had some wear," so he replaced it. The fucker didn't install it right, didn't do a pressure test. 2 hours in, the engine's overheated and it's you know, destroyed the gasket. He totaled an engine because of his fucking bullshit preventative maintenance that wasn't completed competently.
All the time, or this was a new mechanic? I don't understand this.
Ask the question again, sorry.
Didn't she have a mechanic she went to all the time? Was this a new
This was
mechanic?
This was the mechanic she went to all the time, and you know, he said, "Oh yeah, sure. Maybe the hose was worn, but in replacing it, he didn't actually replace it properly. One of the clamps was loose and it lost its coolant, and the engine overheated and kaput. The complete, you know, killing a Toyota is not like killing a Ford. You know what I mean? You kill a Toyota, you've scrapped hundreds of thousands of miles and maybe decades of, you know, potentially good use. You scrap a Ford, you know, prematurely, you probably only spared a few years, right?
Why are they so bad, Ford? Why is Ford so bad?
Oh, I was just throwing. I mean, the AU Falcons did pretty well, ultimately. Those ended up being very reliable, despite how hated that model was.
You know, the Falcon goes back to the 1960s when that was a top seller in America. Did you know that? In 1966, it was a top.
Yeah,
That's
the
where
Falcons. The Falcons are weird heritage. Weird heritage.
Shareholders got greedy. Board members and shareholders got greedy. They wanted more and more and more and more. In America, it's an American company. They wanted more.
I tell you what, the F-Series trucks are incredibly popular. I really don't know if they're reliable, but a lot of people do rely on them for their livelihood and
Jay
lives.
Fearful,
So
€2.50. Should I buy a 2012 Audi TT, immaculate, or invest? Look, anything that old from a European maker, it's gonna be problematic. Chief Tit joining the stream. However,
G'day, Chief Tit.
it's always, I mean,
Hello,
investing.
children.
Cars aren't a thing you say, do I invest or buy a fun toy? That's completely, obviously, you want to invest because your money's going to grow, but a fun toy is a fun toy.
Guess what,
Fun
gentlemen?
toys.
I'm going back to the gym after 11 years.
Good for you. Good for you. We should all be doing our best. Health is wealth.
That's the only way I can live to be fit. I don't eat bacon, so.
I mean, the thing is, have you got a garage for it, Fearful? Are you going to look after it? Is it something you've always wanted, or are you just buying it on a whim? What's the motivation? That's the question.
The Audi TT was super popular, but I don't see many of them around. They must have all died.
I love the TT. I love the TT. You know, Mr. GMT's got
classic,
one.
modern classic.
Yeah, yeah. Ozzy, what do you think Archie's fascination with garages is? It's absolutely imperative. Everybody at some stage gets asked, but have you got a garage? Have you got a garage?
Actually, I will say one thing. In China, one thing I'm noticing in China, a lot of rich people, like they have an apartment in the city and they have a country house worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. No garages.
No garages.
Never trust I used to say this: never trust a man who doesn't garage his car. Okay, it's not going to last. The plastic's going to get brittle, or the rubber stuff is going to. It's going to go bad eventually.
Something about it. Something happened with you in your childhood and a garage. Something happened. There's some PTSD moment. I don't know.
But you don't see garages as important to preserve your car?
Yeah. Okay.
No?
I mean, in Las Vegas, yeah. Unless you buy a secondhand car where the paint's already gone. And, well, also to add to that, you're going to prematurely use up your tires as well here in Vegas. You tend to have the tires, the quality of the rubber degrades faster than the wear. Like you'll find the tire is gone before you've actually worn off the tread.
You're joking.
Like the
yeah, just the temperature fluctuations are so extreme.
If it was garaged, it wouldn't be as big an issue. You garage your van, don't you?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if I didn't garage it, I would imagine that I wouldn't even be able to chew up the tires before the tires had gone bad.
Can I tell you something weird about Porsche for a sec? We've got a Porsche Cayenne, right? Four-wheel drive, obviously. And one year we decided I wanted to start doing some four-wheel driving. This is before I bought the Beta Jeep, so I can do that with it, right? So I decided, okay, I'll do a bit of four-wheel driving with the Jeep. Now, with the Porsche. Now, the Porsche comes with these tyres. I think they're N or R-rated tyres or whatever. They're Continentals. They're meant to go 250 kilometres an hour or whatever, right? So obviously that's no good for fucking four-wheel driving. So I went in there and I said, guys, I want to get some off-road tyres to put on the car. They said, I know, but if you do that, we can't honour any warranty and you're not allowed to get the car. If you get the car serviced, we still can't give you warranty because you're taking off the specified tyres. I said, but it's a four-wheel drive. Why would I put sort of road tyres on an off-road sort of scenario?
They don't even have an approved list of tyres that they're willing to say that this car's good to go.
No.
That's amazing.
So what happened was I saw the guy who was a bit of a four-wheel driving guy who was the head of the fucking dealership. And he said to me, he goes, that is absolutely ridiculous. I just found out what happened to you and what they're saying. He said, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. He said, you pick the four-wheel drive tyres that you want and we'll put it on another pair of rims. I said, okay, yeah, but I'm not going to go buy fucking Porsche rims. They're $2,500 a rim. It's going to be a $10,000 job, right?
Yeah.
He goes, no. He goes, I've got these spare set. They're 17s. They're the standard ones. Everybody always opts for the 20-inch and whatever. So these ones are sitting here from a customer. I'll give them to you for free. He actually gave me for free.
No way.
Rims here for the Cayenne, and I bought the new off-road tires. Had them on there, and he goes,
Did you go down in size on the rim?
Yes, so that I could get a fuller off-road tire.
So you'd have to go down because when you're going up, all you're doing is reducing the amount of rubber. When you get a bigger rim, so by going to a smaller tire, it's got more rubber. That's what you want for four-wheel driving.
Exactly.
Cool. So you've got the 17-inch width. Those tires would also be a fuckload cheaper to replace than the other ones that were on the 20 inches, wouldn't they?
That's what I was going to say. So what I did was I got these things called Pirelli Scorpions, right? These Scorpios, they're off-road tires. So I got those on there for the off-roading. And I found I was getting about 10,000 kilometres a year from these Continental racing things that it came with. With these other ones, you can get 40,000 or 30,000 Ks out of these off-road tyres with normal tires.
Nice.
So I've got the other ones, and they're just sitting there. And Porsche said, "Yeah, you can store your road ones here at our workshop."
I bet the ride is a lot better too.
Absolutely. So they're just sitting there. Whenever I go in for a service, they've got to technically put them on for me, bolt them on, do the service, and then they put my ones back on for me again. It's a really weird scenario, just so they can say they.
What year is
That's
your
good.
Cayenne?
That's good.
What year is your Cayenne?
2013.
Okay.
So it's a modern one, Good car, lovely car. Don't get me wrong, but I found that
there's a off-road Porsche club here in Vegas. I talked to someone a lot about what they do, but I was also seeing that the Gen 1 Cayenne was actually legitimately an off-roader.
Yeah, because they did the Dakar. They did the Dakar, that cross-world Dakar thing with it. And there's a lot of mods, actually, I think in a place near Vegas, Nevada there, that do these
I got a
off-road
few
mods
super
for.
chats I got to catch up. Chief Tit, $2. Thoughts on Archie giving Jock and Bateman the sack?
Is that true?
I gave Jock the sack because he started doing his own channel. I said, hey, he left. He left. I just gave him a spray. As for Bateman, I don't understand what's happened with him. Hurricane, $2. Mike the Snake, thought on Doob who sold his balls for car mods. We can't hear you, Mike.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my button on my headphones. Yeah, I saw that. Pretty interesting. But I don't think even for 2.7 million, which is what he got for his nuts to build his dream car, I don't think I personally would be hanging on to mine, even though they're not getting much use. But I wouldn't lose them for over a car.
What's this story? How do you get money for testicles?
Somebody sold their testicles and got 2.7 million bucks for them, and he did so that he had enough money to buy or build his dream car.
Who would pay money for someone else's testicles?
Hold on, are we talking about some sort of metaphor here?
Testicle replant? I don't know.
Wait a minute, Mike. Are you saying that this is some sort of metaphor, or are you saying he literally?
No.
A
friend sent me this link to it, and here I'll find it for you.
Funny.
Let's see.
You're kidding me.
I think more people and more cars should be using these off-road tires. Like the trail terrains and all-terrain tires. Yeah. There's really not many downsides to them.
Yeah, as long as they're not noisy.
It's different.
No, the all-terrains I've got on my minivan, they're not noisy.
Yeah,
they're very, very quiet.
Not noisy, then yeah, they're great.
But the only problem is in Germany, those guys that have got like a turbocharged Cayenne or something, they want to do 250 an hour.
Right.
It's not for that. You know what I mean? What's that?
Yeah.
This is the link a friend sent to me about the guy who sold his nuts for his dream car. And
We've got another super chat here.
The heading is
Tiny, $5. Archie likes a garage so he can have some privacy when he lizard licks the car. I think realistically, if you want to prolong the life of a car or get enjoyment out of it, you've got to have it away from the sun. UV rays, the amount of plastics and rubber that are on a modern car. And also, you leave a car outside without garaging it, it loses that smell. It begets that decaying plastic smell within a short time.
Yeah. Although
that's an insight into Archie's.
If you're buying vintage, if you're buying vintage, you definitely want a California, Arizona, New Mexico car because you're guaranteed to have a rust-free car.
There's no guarantees, but that's more likely to be a rust-free.
Like last thing you want to do is buy an East Coast car,
Mike, can I ask you your opinion about this sort of thing generally? Are modern cars actually susceptible to rust really anymore? I mean, it used to be.
Not really.
Well, hang on. Let me answer that. I think the problem is you've got two barriers. The technology has greatly improved.
Yeah.
However, the paint we use now is water-based with a clear coat.
Yes, exactly.
Like if you go back to the 80s, even the 80s or 90s, they had a baked enamel paint, which is basically it's like fingernail polish put into an oven, so it becomes like a tin plate. You're in the army, you'd know all about tin plates.
They don't. They
You
don't
know,
make car paint like Emeron like they used to. You know, because
So
it's
what's
just
the
too
effect of that?
toxic.
What are you saying the effect of that is? Follow
just-
through
well, the
with
paints are a lot worse. You can
Sun beats
scratch a
down.
rotten paint with a fingernail, for God's sake, right?
Yeah, it eats
Oh, I
away at
see.
the clear coat, and once the clear coat has flaked off, it then begins to eat away at the color coat. And you've seen all those GM cars and Ford cars with the white, like sun faded hoods and roofs. You know, with all the white, like.
Yeah, but I've never really noticed that in Australia much with the more modern sort of style post 2000.
Actually, there was a fault with many 90s and 2000s Toyotas
Yeah,
where the
these are
white
older
will actually
cars
peel off.
that
The
have this
white
problem.
peels off for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's a
Okay.
clear coat, so it comes off. But yeah, in those like Vegas and stuff, what you'll lose out on is the paint job and rubber parts because of the sun beating down. If it's left out
Yeah.
in the atmosphere, and Arizona and Vegas, man, I mean, it gets to 120, 130, and you know, if you're leaving it outside every day, yes, it's going to deteriorate faster.
Well,
Your dash,
it's 100 and close to 120 in the shade, in the sun.
Chief, if ever you get a chance, see that Wheeler Dealers show, you know, the UK one, Wheeler Dealers.
I love
You
that.
have a look under the car. You look under an Australian car, it's very, very nice when they put it up on a jack, on a lift, right? You
Yeah.
look at these English cars or cars in America which are in a snow place, they have severe rust and corrosion that we would never even contemplate.
Oh, we do on the East Coast where they salt the roads.
That's what I said. I said in America where they have snow, they
Oh,
are horrible. They really, the cars. It's actually funny.
Yeah.
I went to first time I went to New York with Mr. Zoso. I'm driving on the highway and there's like pickup trucks and vans that are like under 10 years old, fully rusted, badly rusted out on the road. You think, fuck, how is that?
Fuck.
Yeah.
So that's from the salt on the roads for the de-icing. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I was actually talking to some friends about this. They live in snowy climates, and they're talking. He'd recently moved there, and he was like, "Do I have to like pressure wash this every time I come home or something?" I think there's a device where it basically sprays up, and you can drive over it. But I really don't know.
I mean,
So
technically, yes.
The answer is there. Let me get to the point. What the answer is, I got a friend who's got a classic Porsche in Connecticut, and basically what people do is listen to Tan, and also remember that guy who used to collect the stacking, that guy Ronnie Paul. What they do is they put the cars in when the snow season starts. They garage it, they put it away. Car goes into hibernation. They don't use the car when there is snow because of the damage. There is a product, they have that wax, they can spray wax there, but basically it's fucked. You start taking a car out in the snow there, it's going to, the problem is too, it's not Aussie expat. Your friend was saying, do you have to wash it? It's actually, when it's frozen, it actually, the rust doesn't actually eat when it's apparently it's not when it's when it's defrosting and for freezing. That's when the rust, because the problem is you can't wash it every time because the water is frozen, you know, like it's so cold. How are you going to do this every time you use the vehicle? And that's going to cause other problems. It's not really, what you end up doing is you have a good car, you garage in the summer, in the winter months,
and have a beater for the winter or whatever.
No, have you ever seen those giant parking?
Sorry, Mike. There's got a super chat that you didn't get.
Super chat, $2, Mr. 17, $2 garage. Nobody wants rats eating their wiring.
Yeah, tell me about it. I just had to spend $1,000 to get my car fixed from rats eating the wiring.
Which one?
The Cube. The Nissan?
Yeah, oh, that's right. I was going to say, I hope it's not the Caterham.
Oh, no. I've gone to war since and the rats are not entering my zone anymore. But the Cube had 3 active rat's nests in the car, one on top of the gas tank, one in the engine bay, deep down inside, and one inside the ventilation, like the air conditioning vent, area near the fan. And the dealership wanted $4,500 to put a new whole wiring harness. I found a guy to just fix the actual problems for $1,000 and got it done.
Mike,
But,
what watch you got on today? I missed it probably earlier. You probably showed it. What have you got?
I'm just wearing what I put on every day now, which is my sub.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah,
what did you got? Art?
I'm wearing the Zenith. I love that watch.
Now, if I'm going to work on my car, I'll swap my sub out for my orange monster.
Oh, Bluesy, beautiful.
Oh, is that a Doxer? What's that?
No, it's orange monster. Seiko, orange monster.
Oh wow, okay. Very nice.
Real popular watch, really fun to own. Lots of people modify them with different shaded crystals and different colored dials, and
yeah.
And I paid $139 for this, and you can find them now used in the $600 to $800 range, or even more. It's one of the few Seikos that's actually increased in value. But this thing is bulletproof. And I will put this on when I'm working on my car because I don't care about scratching it. And it's got a Hesselite crystal. I have not yet even managed to scratch it.
Guys, can I ask you something? Speaking of crystals, I've been looking at that Milgauss lately with the green crystal. Do you like it? What do you guys think of that?
I owned actually the Milgauss. You could get the non-GV, the older one. The first Milgauss I had was a black dial, which didn't have it's the GV. It's got that green tinge to the crystal, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I had a blue one.
I'm not a fan of how thick it is.
Burglary. I love the Z Blue. But I tell you honestly, I was never that comfortable with that coating. I felt like it's like being in a coffin, like you're underground, you're stuck in a box. You know what I mean? Like you just want to scratch it.
What the green coating on the crystal? You didn't like that?
It's on the inside of the crystal. It's got there's a coating on it.
I like the way it sort of reflects green. That's the sort of thing that draws me to it. But you didn't like that. That was the thing you didn't like.
Well, you asked the question. It was a bit of a love-hate relationship with it. Certain lighting, it had a very nice effect on it, but it also felt like you're stuck inside a box. Like it's not the. I like the dial color to be what gives the essence, not the crystal trickery.
I like that.
They also have one of the coolest second hands. Their second hand is like a lightning bolt.
That's cool. That's always cool.
Really cool.
I think I didn't like how thick it was. It's completely earned, as in it's got that iron subcase in there and everything, but just it is pretty thick. And
how thick is it? How thick are we talking?
Well, you're just used to seeing Explorers and Datejusts with that cushion case, and it's just I think it's similar to a Sky Dweller.
Right. Oh, okay. I didn't realise that.
Well, Archie, I mean, you had. I've never worn an Air King. I've never tried one on the wrist. So,
Air King.
Yeah, I had an Air King. I had a Z Blue.
The Milgauss. Sorry.
Yeah.
What did you think of so you had the Air King that's got the lugs on it, the crown lugs?
Yeah, so that's the new one. The previous Air King was basically a Milgauss, so you could compare the two. But these days, the same. Yeah. But these days, the Air King is.
As Chief Tit, I got to tell you, that Z Blue, that was such a watch. It's something you could just pick up and wind. It had no date. It's just a very simple two-hander. Well, actually, it's actually a three-hander.
What's the model of that? What is that model? I want to look at it.
That's just a Milgauss, Rolex Milgauss. That's all it is. It's a Milgauss.
Something GV.
It's funny.
Zero GV.
the Milgauss because actually it was supposed to be a watch for scientists because of all the radiation and shit they work around, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they like the magnetic fields, the impulses. The only watch in the world still to this day that has the most advanced technology in it to be resistant to excessive magnetic
But
field.
in reality,
That's not really
doesn't-
true.
Yeah, in reality, there are 1,000 watches today that are 20 times more resistant to radiation and magnetism than the Milgauss.
I think
and
the
it-
Daytona was the first watch that
116400. That's the reference.
114600.
No, I mean,
I think the
GV for the green crystal.
green crystal.
yeah. I
Well,
think
and the blue dial,
even
right?
the Daytona.
Blue dial. Yeah, blue dial. And the orange hands. Yeah, that's a cool watch, you know. It has because it has a lot of color character to it, if you guys
Yeah,
know.
that's what I was thinking. I like the colours on it as well.
Yeah,
It's
you
true.
know.
For sports, it's got a lot of color. For
It's got
sports,
the orange lightning bolt second hand.
Yeah.
And someday they'll come out with a red Milgauss, and then I'll be obligated to have to buy one.
Hold on. If I was to give you the choice of having either the last of those Milgausses or the Air King with the two sort of crown guards on it that's out now, you know, with the more balanced looking dial because it's got the 0 in front of the 5, which one would you guys go for?
Air King.
have one-
I mean, I made that decision myself. I never liked the previous gen Milgauss Air King, and I bought a new Air King.
I'd have to see it. I say I like this or I
I
don't
have
like
to go
this
for the
without
Z blue.
having.
I love the Z blue.
Yeah, I've seen the Milgauss in person with both color crystals, and they are very cool. They are very cool.
You know, it could be a thing to where Rolex introduces a new one, let's say like by 2029 or something, because maybe they're looking for ways to make it better for research and make it better.
Well,
I've been working with Rolex on making the red Milgauss, which should be coming out in the next couple of years.
no, but I mean, I think he's talking about like internally. The land dwellers movement is probably the most impervious movement now to magnetism.
Silicone hairspring and all.
Well, the entire escapement is silicon. So
I
so it uses siloxy hairspring and then a silicon escapement. So
yeah, I mean,
I would guess
the Milgauss was designed kind of as a laboratory engineer's watch, like so long ago.
Yeah, but practicality and sort of all of that shit aside, in terms of most people just get the watch because they like the look of it, right? I mean, nobody really needs a fucking Faraday cage on their wrist. But I quite like that blue-faced one. I think it's friggin' cool.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful.
I think if you work with music, you're more likely to encounter massive magnetic fields, you know, from speakers and stuff. Like if you're a musician or something, I think a good, you know, anti-magnetic watch is a good idea.
Yeah, but maybe this is an opportunity for them. Like if they see, you know, when they discontinue production of it and then they bring it back, kind of like with a car, you know, they look for some way possibly, but this is a watch, there's some way to possibly improve it. And they think, oh, we can do this instead of what we did before and make it better. And that would say like the movement, instead of, you know, it being like, it could be a new caliber movement that has never been integrated before with Rolex. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the land dweller movement is what it should get.
It's the one that's in the private chat. Arch, that link that's in the private chat just there.
Yeah.
That's the one that you're talking about, you think is, because I like that one. I think it looks good.
There's only one blue. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. There's only one blue. We've got a super chat here. Go for $5. $5. Got my Navi timer back from service. Breitling changed the date wheel font to current production. More legible but less elegant. I'm conflicted.
That's a bit
Did they tell you
shocking.
that they were going to do that?
Did you?
Yeah.
Lightning often
Did you
changes the
authorize?
hands and stuff like that.
Will they do stuff that you don't authorize, or do they like? Do
Well,
they
this is
call
just a
you?
communication issue, right?
Yeah, like
So
don't they call you and say, yeah, okay, it's going to be this much, and this is what your watch needs? If they don't, because I'm not sure if you send your watch off to Rolex, if they just take it and just fix it. You know, like if
it's
there's anywhere on anything, it gets replaced, and they send it back to you with a big bill.
yeah.
But apparently, I don't know the actual facts, but I've been told both. One is that way, and the other way is that they do contact you, and you can say, "Don't change this, don't change that." You know, all I want is this done. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have the definitive answer on that.
But I mean, Rolex used to do a similar thing. Like they would have service parts which weren't authentic originals. You know,
Yeah, but I mean, the last thing you want to do is send
service
your watch
dials, service
in
hands.
with some patina on it, and it's on its way to becoming, a nice watch, and then you send it in for service, and it comes back with a service dial and service hands, and and things start not matching age wise, um, and I'm not sure whether they just do it mandatorily, like if you send it in, or if you are able to tell them no, leave it alone, just put everything back the way it was.
Well, Mike, when I sent I've noticed with Breitling, with even with their quartz watches, right? I've got some which are like 1990s quartz watches, those analog digital, like the aerospace, right? I sent one of those in to get a new battery, and they refused to just put a new battery in. They actually said, if you want us to do it, we're going to have to update the movement to the super quartz of the early 2000s and give you a new case back and restamp the fucking and all this bullshit. And I'm going, man, I don't want that. Just fuck off. I just want a new battery. Can't you just put a new battery in, give me my watch back? Redo the seal and then pressure test it and give me the watch back. No. They wanted the full $800 friggin' bullshit charade.
That's unbelievable.
It's just fucking annoying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Basically,
that's where a
basically
nice
blackmailing you to do it,
a nice personal jeweler that you have that has somebody in-house, a watchmaker in-house that can do basic repairs and upkeep on your Rolex, which is something like mine. My guy works on Rolexes all day long, and so he's got parts, and if you want to bring it in to have it the timing adjusted or have it like gone through, refreshed, oiled up, he'll do just that. And it costs you maybe a couple $100 instead of.
I know what you mean, Mike. Angelica's put something in the chat. He goes, the guy who cuts keys will put a battery in it. He's dead right. In the end, that's what I ended up doing. He's got a little pressure testing thing himself there. Got away with the whole thing for about like $40.
Yeah.
These other dickheads were asking you, like, I think it was like $800 or whatever it was. Fucking crazy.
I know somebody about 6 years ago. They were given I used to work with this guy until he bought a Tudor for himself. Someone for his birthday gave him a PRS 516 from Tissot. It was automatic at the time that had one of them other ETA movement in it. And they told him it was the other one, the newer one, not the 7750. And they said something about he contacted Tissot because after about 2.5 years, he was ready to let it go in for service, clean the movement, oil it, and all that. They told him at Tissot in Switzerland, they emailed him back. They said for him to ship it back over there and for them to take it apart and do all that, out the door, the service would be 536 euros.
Mhm.
But he said he knew a couple of other people in England that could do it for about £140 less. So he found a guy who knew how to work on Tissot's, and he guaranteed the service for 3 years. And he said, yeah, I'll have it back to you in 2.5 weeks. I can get parts for these and all that. So he only charged him like 350 euros to do it. And he did so because he said, if you send it back to Tissot, they are going to charge you more because they use their own OEM parts and technicians and all that. So they're different. But you know, so thing of it though. They even had the pressure tester thing for the waterproofness as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what part of the, like, if I take my watch to my guy and he does anything to it, he keeps it for a week so he can test the time in all the different positions for a whole day, and he also pressure tests it and does all of that. So when you get it back, you know it's good. You know, good.
What do
to
you
go.
guys think of that little machine that tests, that sort of measures whether your watch is accurate or not? You know, that one that you see on YouTube.
I've got one.
It is what
Yeah.
it is. It's just
I've
Actually,
got
you know,
one.
you can download an app. There's an app, a time testing app that actually you can put your watch near your phone and it'll check that as well.
Sure.
Oh, really?
think, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the time grapher. I've got one. I think the thing that's tricky that I didn't understand when I first bought it was that the positions that you keep the watch and then test really alter the result. From one position to the next, it can be very, very drastic.
Oh yeah,
And
upside down or right side up.
Yeah,
Face
and
up, face down, and
exactly.
yeah.
And Rolex, they don't even test in sort of the most common position that you would test, like you would assume, is like when you put it on with the face going up. I think it's either face up or 6 o'clock down. So the ways in which, if you hold a watch, this is how you would look at the watch. It's not how you'd wear it, but it's how you would look at it.
Well,
So if you put it onto the machine like this, most Rolex movements are actually really bad in that position. And so
yeah.
while you could do, like, say, crown up,
Is everybody's
crown
internet
down, and you
up, or
get
is it
two
just
different.
mine?
No,
Sorry?
we're okay.
We're okay. I can hear you, Chief Tip.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Oh, good.
The problem is like, how do you?
Is this time graph better? Is it worth
Oh, we
getting
lost
the other machines? Are they expensive?
I don't think it's worth getting a time grapher because, I mean, so for example, this watch, it might be doing, say, plus 1 second in this position and then -2 in this position.
Yeah.
Well, how do you interpret it? Is that good? Is that bad? Is that,
Well,
do you get what I'm saying?
Like
I
with
think
my-
for a
Yeah,
watchmaker,
you got to test in all 6 positions. That's why my
yeah,
watchmaker-
but Mike, the results aren't just.
No, but the thing is, hey,
they find it the
Aussie
best
expats,
average.
some movements
They
they
find the
tested
best
in 6
average.
positions. Tested in 6. They actually, that's what they actually do.
Rolex test in 5 positions. Rolex test in 5 positions. And then ultimately, what does it mean to you? Like, if the watch on your wrist is keeping accurate time, who cares what the time grapher says, is my point.
Sure.
I'll tell you.
I'm the engineer telling you, like, ignore the instrument, because ultimately, if it's keeping accurate time, from your perception, it's like plus 1 second a day. Even if you have an app that tracks it over many days and go, it's 1 second a day. Well, I could put that watch on a time grapher and it shows problems. But is there really a problem unless it's causing problems on your wrist? Because I think ultimately...
Is the app the thing that's called Time Grapher? What's the app called?
I wouldn't get a time grapher app. On Android, I really like this app called Atomic Time. I like that one, and it keeps track of.
That's what it's called. It's just type in Time Grapher app, and you can download it.
Yeah. But I just spent 5 minutes saying why you shouldn't bother with a time grapher. Okay.
I'll tell you who actually has a
no,
very
but if you're a watchmaker, you can use the time grapher to identify what might be the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, if a customer comes in and they're saying, my watch is running fast, you can put on the time grapher, you can see and verify what's going on. It could even show you amplitude problems, stuff like that. But in terms of just pure accuracy testing, I'm not sure that it's that useful, because you could have a watch that in 4 positions is dead accurate.
Ozzy, I get it. Let me ask you this, like related to that, right? So if you've got quite a few watches, I've got quite a few watches, most of you guys do too. If you've got that and they're on like a winder and this and that, some of them are less wound and some of them are more wound. does it make a difference with most watches as to whether they gain or lose time if they're towards the end of their sort of reserve, their power reserve?
Yes.
Yeah,
If
it can make a big
towards
difference.
if they're towards the very end of the what's left in the spring, what'll happen is it doesn't have enough power to swing the balance wheel all the way from end to end. So the balance wheel only goes halfway, which takes half the time, right? So your watch will oftentimes run fast if you let it go all the way dead.
So what's the story when they time a watch to see its accuracy? Is there a standard procedure? Like, is it when it's fully wound?
That's a good question. So that's the extra problem. So you think like, I'll get a time grapher, I could get results quickly. The reality is you're meant to wind it up fully, test it in 5 positions. Each position is going to take you a couple minutes. So 5 positions times 2 minutes, you're now talking 10, 15 minutes just to test one watch. Then you're meant to wait a few days or 1 day, whatever is half of the power reserve, and then retest after half of the power reserve is gone. So now you've got a test that's spanning 15 minutes of your time and observations twice over the course of days. It is not a fast way to...
The thing is, Aussie expat, particularly watches that are 8-day power reserve, that is the big problem, is that at the end of the charge, they have a different speed. They can actually have different accuracy to at the full charge, middle charge, or coming to the end of the charge. That is one of the big issues with them. But look, if you want a bit of fun and a bit of thing, just download that time grapher app, and it'll let you play around with it a bit. You know what I mean? It's free.
Yeah. But I wouldn't read anything into the results is the problem.
Yeah, no,
well, I mean,
I wouldn't read.
If it's terrible, if it's losing a minute a day, you can, but it measures accuracy to a very, very fine level because it works on the beats.
But you're not downloading a time grapher app to test if your watch is losing a minute a day. You would already know.
You know, I will actually tell you a mechanical movement. I've owned Seiko mechanical movements before. I will actually tell you guys something about this. Seikos are actually, for some reason, always spot on. I've owned 3 Seiko automatics in the past. They were always damn well spot on. I don't even have them tested. And they weren't even chronometer.
Yeah.
And the damn things
I tested my Alpinist recently. Yeah, I tested my Alpinist recently, and it defied. I assumed it was going to be bad, and I was bad mouthing it, and then I tested it on stream, and it was phenomenal. It was like +1, +2.
I know, because people. I know because you spend. It's funny. It's like the Japanese. I don't know what it is. It's like for some reason, even the lower grade Seikos and the ones that cost over $5,000, they damn well know how to make them or something. I don't know. But they always are accurate. But see, here's the problem though, like, you know, not all Swiss watches, but some of them, you know, you spend 7,000-8,000 or more on Swiss watch, and then you expect it to keep constant accurate time because it's Swiss precision, you know, and all that. Tolerances are tight.
And then you find out it's 6 minutes, 6 seconds fast a day.
Exactly. Or it's 10 seconds slow. So, you know, but the damn Seiko, it's always spot on.
You know what's funny is my Seiko brochure says this watch is accurate to within 35 seconds a day, fast or slow. That's what it says in the literature. Now, my experience with the watches themselves has been very different. They've been on the high accuracy side. Nothing touches this Submariner. I hacked it like a week or 2 ago, and I've got it down to, I think it's about a 1/4 second slow per day.
Yeah.
What I found with Rolexes is that on the time grapher, they do pretty well, but not as well as you'd think. Like they're within their specs, but they're not way inside their specs. But then I get it on the wrist after multiple days of testing on the wrist. I find that they're much more accurate than the time grapher implies, usually.
Yeah. So the Seiko dive watches, I mean, the ones that's mechanical, like the real line, you know, I guess they go for like
Like
well over
Orange
like
Monster.
1,200 euros or whatever they are. So the ones that they're like the main Seiko line, like the Presage or whatever it is, that's like the main line. Are they the ones that are actually the better ones? You know, the ones with the sapphire crystals and all that.
Well, the Presage line is the dress watch line.
Okay, so which one is that? Then there's another one, isn't there?
Well, they've got a bunch of
Prospect.
models. They've got.
Prospect
I
for
own
sport.
the Orange Monster and a Samurai. They also make the Turtle, right? And I don't know.
Well,
It's
I'm trying to
Captain
think of the
Willard.
name of it. I looked at it about 3 weeks ago. It was what the hell is it called? The one that's the dive watch line, the one professional
Prospect.
dive watch one.
Prospect.
The what?
PRX or whatever. Or
Prospect.
No, this is Seiko.
I think he
okay.
can't. I think Terry can't. I don't know. I said Prospect like 7 times.
Yeah, that's it, prospects. So,
Okay.
anyways, okay,
yeah.
so looking at that, okay. Now, I'll be honest, okay, to be totally honest, and I haven't owned a Seiko in roughly around 10 years. I will say this. I would maybe consider buying one of those with the silicone strap because I do like dive watches and it does have a sapphire crystal in house movements. Not, however, okay, because I know it'd be extremely accurate. However, okay, what it doesn't have compared to the Tissot has a completely ceramic bezel. The Seiko does not. It's only anodoxed aluminium with a steel ring around it.
Which
So
Tissot are
that
you
would
talking?
be
The Sea Star?
the one you have, yeah, the 2000 model you showed the other day.
Yeah. Is that a ceramic? What is that? Is that ceramic or is that like a type of crystal? That bezel.
Well, they said it was ceramic. It says on the website it's ceramic, so I don't know.
Can
It's
we
like
go full
Certina.
screen? This is pure luxury right here. We've got a full ribeye here.
Oh, it sure is. Now all you need is some bourbon. That's always no. Here's the
What about
thing.
that one,
So
right?
that's a very good thing. But I was going to tell you this though. So basically, all those who fall under Swatch, they're all using the revolutionary Paramatic AD movement. There's like 8 different brands or something that's using it. Anyways, it's a very good movement. Here's the thing. Okay. From what has been said though, Certina is using it as well. But they're not tweaking it to the specifications Tissot is because Tissot is installed a different kind of anti-shock system in it that Certina has not. So that's the whole thing of it. And the Certina does not have the 2,000 feet water resistance that the Tissot has. However, Certina has specialized in dive watches for a long time, but the Tissot is
Certina had
actually
the
the
DS
better.
double shock system. Double shock.
You're right. They did. But what I was telling him though is that Tissot, with the same movement, they've actually made some much more improvement modifications in the Sea Star
Archie, full screen.
over the concept. So
Full screen for who?
Me. There we go.
That's Wagyu. Look at that Wagyu steak. I like the.
This is actually just prime, but it's very good cut of prime. That's for sure. With a lot of marbling. Very good.
Where did you get that from?
Costco.
Super chat, Arch.
Super chat. Black Cat, $5. Terry, you sell Casio at Walmart. Top level accuracy for $20.
it pretty much is. Yeah, I will say it is. But though, you know that old digital one though they had about 40 years ago. So you can't hardly find those anymore. I think they were like 100 feet waterproof or something back in the day. I don't know. You can't hardly find them anymore though, because like there's the used to be popular, but not anymore.
I show you what I set all my watches by. The single most accurate clock that I've got, most accurate timepiece, Quartz Cartier.
There you go.
That's Archie's clock. It's great.
Yeah.
It's so fucking accurate. It's fantastic.
There it is. Well, any quartz movement is because like it's just you can't beat the.
What do you guys think of watch winding boxes?
I
the
have
position?
one.
What's
I
the
bought one on
consensus?
Amazon. I bought one on Amazon for $50. However, though, there was a guy in Illinois. He's a certified watchmaker. He works in all brands. He did tell me something about those. He said, "Don't keep it running for more than about 30 minutes to an hour a day because continuously it will wear the bearings out in any automatic movements you
But,
add." Or
but hang on a minute.
Is that true?
Those watch winders, you find they stop. They're supposed to replicate wearing that. Like they'll go for a couple of minutes, then they'll stop,
yeah,
and then they'll go the other way.
yeah.
That's right.
They are actually, that's what their design is, not to be continually moving. They actually, I think they're a great idea. The only problem is if you leave them in your house, you get burgled and that. You want to put your stuff away before you go out.
That's right.
It defeats the purpose. But hey, I think they're a great idea. I think they're a great idea because I like to have the date right and the day right. I like to have all those things set correctly. So I got to say this to you, Aussie expat, you're best to cook that 3 minutes each side, I would say.
I do super hot. See, I've got a lot of browning already, and then it goes into the oven at very low temperature to come up to temperature.
What are you cooking it with? Butter, lard, oil? What are you using?
Wouldn't you have been better to have cooked it in the oven first and then put it on the grill?
The grill is not very good for accuracy in terms of temperature. Very low oven is better.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be? No, you're defeating what I'm saying. So wouldn't you be better off to put it in the grill first, and after it's cooked, then you put it on there to get the browning done? No.
Well, then you're going to get extra cooked. I want this to be rare. I don't want it to go to rare and then cook it further.
I'll be honest with you though about one thing. Never put a Patek Philippe in one of those because that might be a mistake.
Did you see the walls of the steak?
No, but actually,
I don't like that actually. I'm not a big fan of that.
If you buy a Patek, it comes with a winder. They used to use Scaleto del Tempo, that Italian company.
Oh,
Patek
really?
they used to supply that with the perpetual calendars.
Okay, so there's nothing actually wrong with it. It doesn't fuck your watch up. As long as it stops and it goes on the normal timing thing, it's not going to ruin your watch by having it constantly on there, yeah?
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah.
I have one I bought on Amazon for like $50. It's not bad, but it's not like a fancy brand, but it's okay. I mean, but I don't use it because usually I just wear my automatic watch every day. I only have one watch right now. And I'm getting
Hey
another
guys,
for my
time to wrap this thing up. We've been going, and it's been great to have you guys back. I had my day off yesterday. I got some more picks coming. I don't know what the hell happened with Mental Jock and Bateman. This is the first that I've heard of any of this stuff. All I know is Bateman's. I don't know what's wrong with any of these guys. I just paid on time. I did the best thing I could as an employer, but obviously it wasn't good enough for these guys.
Archie,
I want to thank everyone who super chatted. We had Hurricane, Howdy from Texas, Timepiece Esquire, Hurricane, Matt V, Hurricane, the Franchise Club, Hurricane, Zeppy, Hurricane, SD43, MT85, Black Cat 997, Mr. 17, Angelic Slayer, Black Cat 997, Hurricane, J Fearful, Hurricane, Old Timey, Mr. 17, Go Gopher, and Black Cat 997. Guys, that's the show. Back tomorrow. Enjoy that steak, Ozzy.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetito.
Enjoy the steak. But I tell you, seriously, I wouldn't be too upset about those timers. Those timers are great fun, just to test general accuracy.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think they're really good. I would doubt if the app is free. It's free. Download it and play with it a bit. There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. I'm going to give that a crack now.
But yeah, it is interesting. Different timing, different positions of the watch. In fact, Rolex would even say at times, if your watch was gaining time, you could always put it face down and it would slow. Different things on how you store it at night can also have an effect. So
Archie, when you get back to Australia,
Try
I got
a
Rolex pen I'm going to send you. When you get back to Australia. Yes, thank you.
Okay, guys, that's the show. See you later.
Hi, guys. It's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW.